Hi guys. This video will help you evaluate functions using f of x notation. Okay, so what are we talking about functions here? Well, in this specific case, functions can mean a list of data points or graphs. Think about your homework from yesterday where, it was a graph or a list of data points, coordinate pairs, a chart with inputs and outputs, that kind of thing. We're going to be specifically talking about equations that are functions today. And we're learning a new notation called f of x. Okay? And just to give you a little background, okay? So y equals 2x plus 1. That's an equation we're used to. We've seen that before. That's linear. Slope of 2, y-intercept of 1. Okay. The y value depends on what x is. For example, if x was 1, okay, if I imagine that x was, I don't want a highlighter though. If x is 1, 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So when x is small, well, y is pretty small, it's 3. But if x was 100, well, that would be 201. So the value of y depends on what x is. And another way of saying that is that y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. And then if we take that and we translate that into math symbols, y is a function of x. We just abbreviated it. And then if y equals f of x, then I can put f of x in front of the equal sign instead of the letter y. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. But my main focus is just to get you to use f of x correctly. So f of x means the same thing as y. So if I said f of x equals 2x plus 5, that's the same as saying y equals 2x plus 5. Now, the main purpose of this notation is to shorten some directions. So for example, if I have f of x equals 2x plus 1, and then underneath it I said f of 3, and I want you to do some work, I'm going to write it down here. What this is actually saying, but in a much shorter way, is what is the value of y when x is 3. This symbol right here, that collection of symbols, numbers, and letters says all of this. That's what it means. So you take the 3 and you sub it in for x. So 2 times 3 plus 1. Okay? 2 times 3 plus 1, that's 6 plus 1 is 7. Now, if all you say is 7, you're not really saying the answer because it's not 7 all the time. It's only 7 when x is 3. So I have to say this whole answer as a math sentence together. Okay? But it's faster than saying y is 7 when x is 3. You don't want to write all that. It's faster to write it in symbols. This is what it's for. Okay, so this is saying what's y when x is negative 4. So I'll take my negative 4 and put it in the place of x. 3 times negative 4, take away 1. So f of negative 4. By the way, how do you say f of x? I'm going to spell it out. F of x. That's exactly how you say it. Don't say fx, say f of x. Okay? So 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, minus 1 is negative 13. And a lot of you will do these on your calculator, and that's fine. But you still have to write this. You still have to write your substitution step. You can't get away with skipping that and just doing it on the calculator. And the reason is, and this came up 6th period today, if you write the correct substitution on your paper, but for some reason you make a typo on your calculator, calculator's going to give you the wrong answer. But if I don't see the substitution step, I don't know why your answer is wrong. I don't know if it's a typo or if you just blindly guessed an answer. So you have to write the substitution step because it shows you know how to do the problem. Use a calculator to get the answer so that it's right, but show what you typed in. Okay? And lastly, subbing in 10 for x. Now this time I don't need parentheses around the 10 because I'm not multiplying the 10 by anything. So 10 plus 4 is 14, but again, it's not a complete answer with just 14. I have to say g of 10 equals 14. They go together. Okay? So you also have tables. All right? We did tables before, but I gave you, we drew them like this, and some of your homework ones tonight are like this. Okay? X, f of x. Let's say your f of x equals 2x minus 7. And the values that you're given in your chart are 0, 2, 3, and 9. I'll just make up random numbers, okay? Just like it meant before, you're going to take each of these numbers and sub them in for x. So 2 times something minus 7. And some people write out all this right away and then start subbing in 0, 2, 3, 9. Okay? Again, you can use your calculator. Type this out. 2 times 0 minus 7 is negative 7. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 take away 7 is negative 3. 6 minus 7 is negative 1. And, oh, I made that a 7 instead of parentheses. 2 times 9 is 18. Minus 7 is 11. Okay, so same idea. You'll have a couple of those on your homework. But you'll also have them like this where they don't have that middle column. Like this one over here on the right does not have that middle column. So you're just going to do the work off to the side. F of negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. Okay, so my values are negative 2, 5, 10, 25, and 100. Okay, then I'll put the answers here in the box. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Negative 20, negative 50, negative 200. Guys, I need to see this on your homework. I am not concerned. Most of my goal for you today is that you know how to use the f of x notation, that you know that you're supposed to take the 100 and put it in the parenthesis and then sub it into the parenthesis on the other side of the equal. That's mostly my concern. If you don't show that, I'm not going to give you credit for the homework. I need you to know, I need you to practice using the f of notation, f of x notation. That's the main goal. Okay? If it's a horizontal table, it's the same idea. And guys, it's the end of the day and I'm tired and I'm telling you I'm not doing the whole thing. Okay? I'll do the first 3. My pen is not cooperating for some reason, and it's a brand new pen. Okay? 0, 1, 2. Okay, and I do 3 more rows of this. Okay, I'm just not doing it for the video. If you can see it in the first 3 rows, you don't need to see all 6. Okay, so 5 times 0 is 0 plus 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. 10 plus 3 is 13. Okay, and so on and so on. Okay? Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.